This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the campus of Woodlan High School, where tonight we have the IHSAA sectional number 35 first round matchup here between the 3-6 Prairie Heights Panthers and the 3-6 Woodlan Warriors. We are slated for a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Hunter Sosenheimer here on the call today. Cordell Humbarger will be up top the press box, pinning the camera for me, as we are going to go ahead and go on into a quick preview video here done by the sideline Swami Casey O'Boyle and owner of SummitCitySports.com, Jeff Mahoney, and we'll be back here to preview the game here on our Kelly Chevrolet pregame show, live here on SummitCitySports.com.
Well, next we're going to look at Prairie Heights traveling to Woodlan. This is a 2A sectional 35. So eventually I think the winner of this game would have to take on Lures. But, man, a wild season for Woodlan, who in the middle of the year won 3 straight, but they opened the year losing 3 straight, and then closing the year losing 3 straight. Of course, Culver, South Adams, Adams Central. That's a tough go of it. But you got Woodlan winning this game here by 13 points. I'll tell you, their quarterback has been a pleasure to watch this year.
Yeah, Jake Snyder's had a really, really good season. And not a real surprise if you look at his numbers from a year ago. This is a team that I think had higher expectations, but they got off to that rough start. They won the 3 in the middle. These last 3 weeks, their schedule's been brutal. And so the good news is, if you believe in trends, they should be sectional champions, right? Because they're on pace now to win 3 in a row. So we'll see. I think the Warriors should be considered favorites, especially playing this game at home against Prairie Heights. Prairie Heights is vastly improved, I think, over where they've been in the last 5, 6, 7 years. They had some really, really lean years, did the Panthers. But Woodland should be favored, I think, by at least 2 scores, if not more. And I do think playing these last 3 games against the likes of the opponents that they face will only help them be battle tested. And so the physicality of the game that they experienced against Culver specifically 3 weeks ago, Coach Smith said that really kind of opened their eyes. They were just not a real good matchup against Culver Military Academy. And then, of course, playing South Adams and Adams Central, pretty much with the exception of a few outliers, those have been the cream of the crop in the ACAC for the better part of 25 years. So tough way to end the season, but they get an opportunity here in the postseason to get back on the winning track. And I do think the Warriors, provided they take care of the ball and they don't get too cute throwing it around too much, I do think the Warriors take care of business and win this game by at least 2 scores.
Prairie Heights coming in with a 3-6 record, and was just showing everybody the stats for Jake Snyder: 14 passing touchdowns, 7 rushing touchdowns. At times this season has just been electric with this ground game. And just wanted to let everybody know, the digital scout here is outstanding. In the SAC, just Bishop Luers and Concordia uses it, but a lot of the NE8 schools use it. In case you can actually follow the stats live with the digital scout.
No, I have checked it out a couple times. You know me, I usually have several devices and TVs going with actual streaming of the games. So it's hard to get, too many extra eyeballs, but it is pretty slick software for sure. And I love to see all the different avenues that are out there to promote, high school football in particular.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The sideline Swami and Casey O'Boyle and owner of SummitCitySports.com, Jeff Mahoney, as they preview tonight's game here that we will have live here on SummitCitySports.com. We are here at Edsler Field, here at Woodlan High School on the campus. What an outstanding sight we have here as we have a 3-6 and 3-6 matchup. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back here and thank some of our sponsors that allow us to come out here and do these ball games here on SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodlan High School here at Edsler Field. We're going to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors real quick that allow us to come out here and do these ball games here through Summit City Sports. The Big Eye Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne and a friendly family environment at the Big Eye Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 premium vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Iron Weather Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit ironweathercontracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out the newest Green Bay Packers Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you, whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated? Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana area. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athletes with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more at our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place throughout the area. Well, ladies and gentlemen, taking a deeper look into these teams here this evening for you. Prairie Heights comes into this ball game at 3-6. They are under head coach in his 6th year, Pat McCray, 9-53 overall, and as I mentioned, 3-6 on the year. They have wins coming against Whitco, Bronson, which is a Michigan ball club, and they beat Fremont. Looking at the Woodlan Warriors, they are 3-6 on the year. Head coach Mike Smith in his 2nd year, 4-15 on the year. Their wins coming against Bluffton, 32-19, Southern Wells 54-6, and Jay County 31-7. Both of these ball clubs coming into this game losing their last 2 games. Taking a look at this Woodlan Warrior Ball Club, you are going to want to watch out for these key players. And Jake Snyder, he is 112 for 189 on the year, 1,582 yards and 14 TDs. But that is just through the air, ladies and gentlemen. Look for him in the running game. Also, 87 rushes on the year, 383 yards and 7 TDs. This man will use his alignment in the backfield in Bo Brooks. Will line up next to him a majority of the time, and he will just run behind the big 6'1", 275-pound lineman. Look for him to do that a lot in this ball game. Also, some other players to watch out for are Austin Stevenson, plays wide receiver and linebacker here for the Woodlan Warriors. 41 catches on the year, 454 yards and 5 TDs. Also, Joe Reedy, an outstanding athlete you see here, 36 catches, 494 yards and 4 TDs on the year. Joe Reedy standing at 6'7", 195 pounds. Look for him. Look for Jake Snyder to throw up the up-top ball, I guess you could call it, to Joe Reedy tonight when they are deep in the red zone. Taking a look at these Prairie Heights Panthers, as I mentioned, they are 3-6 on the year. They are led by quarterback and number 5, Luke Sevier. 73 for 137 on the year, 590 yards and 4 TDs. Also led in the backfield by Cam Hall, 87 carries on the year, 435 yards and 7 TDs. Cam Hall is also an outstanding linebacker here for this Prairie Heights Ball Club. He has 112 total tackles on the year, 8 tackles for loss. Look for him to do outstanding things on both sides of the ball here for Prairie Heights tonight. Also, look for a key running back in number 4, Sam Levitz. 60 carries on the year, 311 yards, 9 receptions for 86 yards. Also an outstanding defensive side of the player. Therefore, Prairie Heights, 52 tackles on the year and leads his team with 5 interceptions for this Panthers ball club. Well, we are going to go ahead and take another quick break, and we'll be back here to begin play here out at Etzler Field on the campus of Woodlan High School. You're watching Indiana High School football here on IHSAATV.org.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, SummitCitySports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that is just here, man. It's really.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Edsler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. First round of sectional play as we are in sectional number 35 here out at Woodlan High School. Taking a deeper look into this sectional, this is Class 2A, sectional 35. Bluffton is going to take on Eastside tonight at 7 p.m. out at Eastside High School. Whitco is going to travel to take on Central Noble. Fairfield will take on Bishop Luers. That game is being played at Bishop Dwenger High School due to the field conditions in the Mud Bowl last week out at Bishop Luers. They will take on the winner of this ball game you are about to see live here as Prairie Heights will take on Woodlan. With a Woodlan win this week and Bishop Luers win this week, this game will be taking place here out at Woodlan High School, as I believe it is the top team in each bracket will take on one another in the home or away places. So, taking a look at around the area games here to begin week 1 of sectional play. As I mentioned, Class 5A and 6A, majority of those teams have the week off. Looking into a deeper 4A local teams playing here tonight is a big one out at East Noble High School as the Lea Lions are traveling to take on the East Noble Knights. That is a NE8 matchup there, and that game will be a lot of fun out at East Noble High School. DeKalb is going to travel to take on Wawasee. Angola will take on Columbia City. Marion will take on Wayne. Southside will travel to take on Delta out in Muncie, Indiana. And Huntington North will take on New Haven out at Huntington North High School, where I had the pleasure to call that game last week out at New Haven High School, as New Haven got the victory over the Huntington North Vikings. In Class 3A, Tippecanoe Valley is going to travel to take on the Garrett Railroaders, and Northwestern will play Concordia at Concordia High School. In 2A, Adams Central is going to travel to take on Churubusco, and what should be a good one there out at Churubusco High School. And South Adams will take on Madison Grant. These teams last played each other in the first game of sectionals last year on October 9th of 2020, and the winner of that game last year was the Prairie Heights Panthers on a big win. They won that one 18-8. And as I mentioned, the winner of this game will take on Fairfield or Bishop Luers. Bishop Luers, a highly favorite here in Class 2A. So we're going to go ahead and take one more quick break. Then we'll be back here to begin game action here live from Edsler Field on the campus of Woodlan High School. You're watching IHSA football here on IHSAATV.org.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. A bunch of skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care, and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, SummitCitySports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Edsler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School as we are getting ready to begin game action. The 3-6 Prairie Heights Panthers coming in to take on the 3-6 Woodlan Warriors. Sectional play begins tonight here. Sectional number 35 from Woodlan High School, going to be an outstanding ball game here ahead. As I mentioned, the Woodlan Warriors are led by QB and Jake Snyder. 112 for 189 and 1,582 yards, 14 TDs on the year. Look for Jake Snyder to have an outstanding game here through the air and also on the ground for the Woodlan Warriors tonight. Also look out for Austin Stevenson and Joe Reedy, two outstanding receivers here for this Woodlan Warriors ball club, as I have had the pleasure to cover this Woodlan Warrior ball club all year round. It's going to be an outstanding environment here out at Woodlan High School. Fans are starting to pile in, and we are getting ready to get set for game action as the teams have taken the field, and looks like Woodlan will kick off first to begin this ball game. Sectional number 35, we are getting set, and the IHSAA playoffs can't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, some other games around the area tonight. Leo is taking on East Noble, DeKalb taking on Wawasee, Angola taking on Columbia City, Marion taking on Wayne, Southside taking on Delta, and Huntington North is traveling to take on the New Haven Bulldogs. Tippecanoe Valley taking on Garrett, Northwestern Concordia, Adams Central Busco, and South Adams and Madison Grant. In this sectional here, Bluffton is taking on Eastside, Whitcoe taking on Central Noble, Fairfield taking on Bishop Lewis, and Prairie Heights taking on Woodlan. And we are set and underway. Ball is teed up and kicked by Braden Hall. Ball is going to be returned for the Prairie Heights Panthers by number 4. And what an outstanding return to start this ball game here for Prairie Heights, as number 4 and Sam Levitz will get the ball out to the 42-yard line, where Prairie Heights will bring on the offense to begin play. Well, thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, here to SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Selsenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humbarger moving the camera upstairs on top of the press box here in the beautiful new press box here out at Woodlan High School as we are getting set to get underway here as Prairie Heights will bring the offense out onto the field, led by QB and number 5, Luke Sevier, 73 for 137, 590 yards, and 4 TDs. He will line up in the shotgun to begin this ball game. He will put a receiver in motion and hand it off to his back in Cam Hall. Cam Hall chased down by Joe Reedy, gets a big push from his offensive line and gets it about 4 yards on the gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 here for the Panthers.
Off the 45, Joe Reedy in the tackle for the Warriors along the field.
They're going to go ahead and give him 5 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 5 here for Prairie Heights. Sevier will line up in the shotgun. He'll have Cam Hall to his right and a 3 wide receiver spread out to his right. Also to his left at the top part of your screen is going to be number 81 and Colton Pennick for the Panthers. As Sevier chased down immediately and gets it off and just thrown incomplete. Nice defensive pressure there for the Woodlan Warriors and the junior DJ Garrick. New player here. I had not mentioned his name all year round, so we will see what will be happening tonight here defensively for Woodlan. So it's going to be an early 3rd down conversion here for the Prairie Heights Panthers. 3rd down and 5, 11:04 left on the clock here in this first quarter. As Sevier will line up with a 2 running back spread out. He will take the snap here and hand it off to his running back in Hall. Hall looking to break up field, gets it across the 40 and gets it to about the 36-yard line and will pick up the 1st down for the Panthers. What a run there by Luke Hall to start this ball game. So Luke Hall picks up the 1st down here for Prairie Heights, gets it to the 38-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10 here now for the Panthers. They'll run the same formation, the 3 running backs spread out, and he'll hand it off to his running back, and Jaden Daniels. And Daniels gets outside and breaks it up the field. It breaks 2 tackles and gets it to the 6-yard line, and the ball falls out. But they're going to mark him down at about the 7-yard line. Nice carry there by number 14 in Jaden Daniels to pick up the 1st down and more. Breaking tackles left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
15, they'll find him at the 10-yard line, so 1st and goal.
What a carry there by Jaden Daniels for the Panthers. Sevier will hand it off to his back. And it looks like that'll be number 4 on the carry, and Sam Levitz for the Panthers picks up a gain of about 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 here for the Panthers. As Sevier will have it in the shotgun now, he'll have the 2 running backs spread out, and he will hand it off to his running back in Hall. Hall looking to break free up the middle, and will get across the goal line and score. Touchdown, Panthers! Luke Hall on the carry to get the score for Prairie Heights. Man, oh man, just looking at Luke Hall on that first drive, he is going to have an outstanding game here for Prairie Heights, ladies and gentlemen. As we will go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time on our Traction AP Performance replay. As coming on to attempt the PAT here for Prairie Heights. Holden will be number 4 and Levitz. And on the attempt for the PAT is the kicker and number 54, who is Hunter Allen. Will attempt a PAT and get it through the uprights and good. So 7-0 our score. Let's go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time here on our Traction AP Performance replay. As you see, Luke Hall gets the snap there, and look at him just break free to the outside, gets it across the goal line, breaks 2 tackles, and scores for the Panthers to start it here in this ball game. 7-0 our score. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break real quick. We'll be back here live from Woodlan High School here on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. Hall tees up the kick and kicks it deep. It'll be returned here by number 2 for the Woodlan Warriors and Austin Stevenson. And Stevenson will get it out to about the 27-yard line, where Jake Snyder will bring out his Woodlan Warriors offense to start it. Here for Woodlan, Jake Snyder, as I mentioned, 112 for 189 on the year, 1,582 yards. That is just through the air, ladies and gentlemen. This man will be a moving machine for the Woodlan Warriors Ball Club, running 87 times for 383 yards on the year. So Snyder will go in the shotgun. He'll have a 3 wide receiver spread out to his left, and Joe Reedy, the lone wide receiver, up top. He'll look to get outside to Stevenson, and does, and Stevenson makes a move and gets it across the 30 and gets it to the 31-yard line. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to IHSAATV.org. This broadcast is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humberger up on top of this beautiful new press box here out at Woodlan High School, as Snyder will go with an all-wide receiver spread out and get it outside to Stevenson, and Stevenson picks up a gain of about 3, so they'll mark it third down and 2 here for the Woodlan Warriors. 8:40 and counting left here to go in this first quarter.
And for the 4-yard pass completion from Snyder and Stevenson. That's a third down and 2.
As Snyder will go with an all-wide receiver spread out. He'll have 4 to his right. And he'll keep it. Snyder looking to break upfield and picks up the first down for Woodlan. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Snyder will be a running machine here for this Woodlan Warriors Ball Club. And you saw it there. Scrambles out of the pocket and picks up the first down for Woodlan.
13-yard pickup for your first down.
So Snyder will go in the shotgun here. And he will look to get outside and try to find a receiver in number 2, Austin Stevenson. Just underthrew him, so there'll be second down and 10 here for the Warriors. So Snyder will go back in the shotgun here. A new formation I haven't seen here from this Woodlan Warriors Ball Club, as Snyder will take the snap here, looking to roll outside, and intercepted. Number 54 on the interception for the Panthers is Hunter Allen. Whew. As we saw it early offensively from Hunter Allen. And as you see here on our Traction AP Performance replay,
and the Panthers will have their offense on the field for the second time inside Warriors territory to start the drive.
Top of your screen, Snyder just rolls out and threw it into traffic. I believe there's 4 defensive backs there in the area for the Panthers. So Prairie Heights will have the ball in great field position at the 38-yard line. As Hall gets a good carry again, picks up the first down and more for Prairie Heights. Cam Hall, having an outstanding night here so far, and we are not even through the first quarter yet, ladies and gentlemen. So they will go back in the shotgun here. Will Prairie Heights. Severe will have Hall lined up next to him. He'll put a receiver in motion and tip it off to number 4 and Sam Levitz. And Levitz looking to break free and gets it to about the 17-yard line. That is going to be a gain of about 5, so it'll be second down and 5 here for
Just shy of first down yardage.
the Panthers. And my apologies there. They're going to give them the first down. As I was looking at the scoreboard to my left, and they had the ball markage spotted just short. So it'll be first down and 10. Ball spotted at the 13-yard line here for Prairie Heights. Severe will put a receiver in motion and hit it off to Hall. Hall looking to break outside, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, and is finally brought down. Looks like he was brought down by number 20 and Carter Fleek, the freshman. Excuse me, my apologies. Number 23 and a DJ Gehrig on the stop for Woodlan. So Prairie Heights off to an outstanding start here in this ball game, up 7-0 early. 6 minutes left here to go in this first quarter. Severe will go in the shotgun here. He'll have a running back lined up to his left, and he will give it to him. That's Hall. Hall breaking up the middle and will mark him just short. Will the sideline judge there? I believe they're going to spot that ball at the 3-4 centimeter yard line. It feels like here, looking from my angle. So 5:45 and counting left here to go in this first quarter. As looking across the way here, Prairie Heights did not travel with many players. Looks like they only have about, I want to say 12 players on that sideline. As Severe will take the snap here. He'll end it off to his running back in Hall, and Hall is met immediately at the line of scrimmage by number 21 and Jacob Kimple on the stop for Woodland. So a loss of 2 there, so it'll be second down and goal here for Prairie Heights.
Second goal, ball on the 2-yard line.
So they'll go back in the shotgun here. Will Severe will fake the handoff and pitch it outside, and Hall gets it across the goal line and scores. Touchdown, Panthers. Luke Hall. Man, oh man. 2 touchdowns to start it. 4:43 left here to go. Prairie Heights with a 13-0 lead. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. After the PAT attempt here, as the what it looked like to be the offense is going to stay on the field here for Prairie Heights. So Severe will keep the offense here on the field for Prairie Heights. They'll end up going for 2 here. Will Prairie Heights. So Severe will have his running back and fake the handoff to Hall. Severe looking to go over top here and is knocked down immediately by Joe Reedy for the Warriors. So that 2-point attempt is no good. 13-0 our score. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Severe just takes the snap there and pitches it outside, and Hall able to push his way up the goal line and get the score for the Panthers. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Real quick, we'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Here are Always 100 We have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the...
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodland High School, as the kickoff attempt was fair caught and brought down immediately by Landon Golden. So they're going to spot it at the 30-yard line, where the Woodland Wire offense will take over on possession. As Jake Snyder and his offense will break the huddle. Snyder will go in the shotgun empty backfield. He'll have 3 wide receivers to his right and 2 to his left. He'll take the snap here and try to throw it outside, looking for a receiver. Couldn't get it off, and that pass was intended there on the far sideline for Joe Reedy. Couldn't get it across. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 here for Woodland. Well, once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call. Corda Humberger upstairs, up top, moving the camera for me. Joe Reedy on the pass there, caught it at the line of scrimmage, gets a gain of about 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 here for Woodland. Woodland needs this conversion badly. You, the Warriors, so they're going to mark it a gain of 4, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 here for the Warriors. So Snyder will go in the shotgun formation. He'll have a 4 wide receiver spread out to his left and 1 to his right. He'll put Stevenson in motion and fake the handoff to Stevenson on the end round. And Snyder will keep it himself and get it to about the 36-yard line. Gain of about 2. It's going to be 4th down and 5 here for Woodland. And they are going to bring on the punting unit. Here will the Woodland Warriors. Joe Reedy will do the punting duties here for Woodland. Deep to return. Here for the Panthers is number 4. And Sam Levitz, and number 11, Cam Hall, deep to return, for the Panthers. So Joe Reedy almost had that punt block there, but instead the Panthers are just going to let that one roll and picked up in the air by number 23, DJ Garrick. So if I were Garrick there, I would have let that ball keep rolling, but he picked it up, and it's going to be spotted at the 29-yard line here, where Prairie Heights will bring the offense back onto the field. Man, what a start here for the Panthers, scoring on their first 2 drives. The offense is back out on the field once again. Luke Sevier and Cam Hall doing a lot of the damage here for Prairie Heights. As I mentioned, Hall on the carry there for the Panthers. Gets a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 here for the Panthers. As Sevier pitches it outside to number 4 and Sam Levitz. And Levitz will pick up a gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 here for the Panthers. Joe Reedy on the stop for Woodland. As Sevier will go back in the shotgun here. He'll have Hall to his left and 2 wide receivers spread out on both sides. Roll out here and we'll find a receiver. And it looks like number 14 and Jaden Daniels on the catch for the Panthers, and we'll pick up the 1st down. Jaden Daniels, as I mentioned on the year in our pregame show, 27 receptions, 151 yards, and 2 TDs. Also carries the ball here for Prairie Heights. 35 carries on the year, 287 yards, and 6 TDs on the ground for the Panthers. Severe will go in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap here. We're going to roll outside is Severe. Severe finds a receiver across the middle, and Daniels will go and pick up the first down and more. What a catch there by number 14, Jaden Daniels, wide open across the middle, and picks up the first down for Prairie Heights. Take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay as we see Daniels just walking wide open on that 45-yard line and picks up a gain. Enough for the first down. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. First down and 10 here for Prairie Heights. Severe. It's telling you there's a chance of a severe thunderstorm warning. The way this Prairie Heights ball club is playing as the ball is over snap. And Severe was able to fall on it at the Prairie Heights 45-yard line. Bad snap there as the center for Prairie Heights is number 77 in Dakota Butler. Bad snap. That will push this Prairie Heights offense all the way back 14 yards. Ball spotted at the 45, second and 24, 155 and counting left here to go in this first quarter. Severe in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap. And, tried to find a receiver across the middle. And number 81, and that is Colton Pennick. And, good thing he did not catch that ball because number 20 and the freshman Carter Fleek was running that way and was going to blow him up. Woo. So Prairie Heights will have it 3rd and 24. This will be a great stop here for Woodlan if they are able to get one. As if I'm head coach Mike Smith, I need one here. Does this Woodlan defense. So Severe will go in the shotgun here. He'll put a receiver in motion and flick it to him. Number 4. And that is Sam Levitz, has it now and brought down immediately. And I believe that's a fumble. The ball was stripped away by Austin Stevenson. And they're going to go ahead and mark him. Number 4 in Sam Levitz with forward progress. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 48-yard line. Gain of 3. There for Prairie Heights. It's going to be 4th and 21, and they will bring the punting unit on. Here will Prairie Heights, and a quick snap here. Quick punt for Prairie Heights as Landon Golden picks it up and bobbles it, fumbles it, and it is recovered. Prairie Heights on their recovery. That ball is recovered by number 14 for Prairie Heights and Jaden Daniels. Bringing the pressure there for Prairie Heights. As let's take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, the punter just takes a quick snap here, brings his offense on the field, and as you see, the punter wasn't even ready to be set yet, and he snapped that thing right away. This Woodland Warriors defense was not, or returning unit was not even set at all, and Landon Golden fumbles it, and number 14 for the Prairie Heights Panthers and Jaden Daniels on to the recovery. And the Panthers will have it now. They'll hand it off to Daniels, and Daniels will get it across the goal line and score. Touchdown, Prairie Heights, and we got a flag in the backfield. Flag was thrown by the main referee at about the 21-yard line, and they're going to call a holding on the Prairie Heights Panthers.
And officials will assign the 21-yard line. We'll bring the play back.
My apologies there, ladies and gentlemen, as my replay system was just rolling. My apologies. But Prairie Heights gets called for a holding there. So they'll have it 1st and 20 from the 31-yard line, 52 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Severe will go with a 2 running back system. In the backfield with him is Levitz and Hall. He'll hand it off to Hall. Hall looking to break free outside, has Landon Golden on him, and Landon Golden is broken off, and Joe Reedy pushes him out on the near or on the far sideline. My apologies. Gets a gain of about 2. It'll be second down and 18 here for Prairie Heights.
Here he's going to pick up 2 on the play.
What an outstanding start we've seen here from these Prairie Heights Panthers, coming in at 3-6 on the year. The only wins coming against Winco, Bronson, and Michigan High School and Fremont. This Prairie Heights team was shut out 3 games straight by Lakeland, Central Noble, and Busco. Sevier will have it in the shotgun now, looking to throw deep, and knocked away. Great defensive play there for Woodlan on the bat away there. Looks like number 13 and Jace Kuntz, the freshman, on the stop for Woodlan. Knocks that one out of the air. So it'll be third down and 18 here for Prairie Heights. So Sevier has it third and 18. Will set his offense and have Hall to his right. And a 3 wide receiver spread out, 2 to his left and 1 to his right. And he's chased down immediately by Joe Reedy. And Reedy knocks that one away. Great defensive play there from Joe Reedy for the Woodland. Let's get to stop and force a 4th down here for Prairie Heights.
In the Panthers backfield.
So let's take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Joe Reedy just gets around his defensive or his blocking system and knocks that one away in the air. So it'll be 4th down and 18, and Prairie Heights is going to leave their offense on the field once again. So Sevier will have it in the shotgun here. He is chased down and gets out of pressure, and nice catch there. Woo. Brought in by number 81 in Colton Pennick to pick up the 1st down for Prairie Heights.
Luke Sevier. The visit will find the 3-yard line on the pass completion.
So let's take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Sevier just gets around all those defenders and finds Pennick up top at the 3-yard line where Prairie Heights will have it. 6 seconds and counting left to go. Sevier will hand it off to Hall, and Hall will push across and score. Touchdown, Prairie Heights. Cam Hall with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. Woo! What an outstanding start here for Cam Hall. Man, oh man. 19-0 our score as time expired there in the 1st quarter. So after this PAT attempt, it will be the end of the 1st quarter. Kick is up and gets right through the uprights. 20-0 our score. Prairie Heights with a lead over Woodland. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break as that is the end of our 1st quarter. Prairie Heights with a 20-0 lead over Woodland. Or you've been watching IHSAA football here on
SummitCitySports.com. This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live on Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodland High School. Begin our second quarter of play. As bringing it up the field is Jace Kuntz for the Woodland Warriors. Gets it to about the 34-yard line, where Jake Snyder will bring the offense back on to the field here for Woodland. 20-0 our score. Prairie Heights with a lead. All 3 touchdowns scored for Prairie Heights by number 11 in Cam Hall, the outstanding running back here for Prairie Heights. What a start here for him in this Prairie Heights offense. As Snyder will go under center here. He'll flip it back to his running back and Stevenson. And Stevenson was looking to throw there, instead keeps it and is brought down immediately. Nice stop there by number 39. And Philip Sheets for the Prairie Heights Panthers.
Philip Sheets to the tackle. And Stevenson in the short man of the play. Going to pick up 1.
Snyder will huddle up the offense here for Woodland. He'll break the huddle now. 2 wide receivers spread out. 2 to his left and 2 to his right. Snyder will take the snap here. He'll hand it off to his running back. And, ooh, breaking upfield. Oh, my goodness, we have it. Number 35, and Drew Fleek. And, oh, they're going to mark him just short of the goal line. Mark him out at about the 1. And I do recall this is the first time we have seen Drew Fleek, and oh man, that one is going to be brought back as there's a holding call on the Woodland Warriors offense, and head coach Mike Smith is not too pleased about that call there. So that run is going to be taken away from Drew Fleek. And as I mentioned, Drew Fleek, I believe, coming off an injury that was suffered at the beginning of the year. This is the first time I have personally seen him back in action. Thought he had him there, but that one's called back. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 here for Woodland. Snyder will have it in the shotgun here. He'll hand it off to Fleek. Fleek looking to break upfield and gets it to about the 37-yard line. A gain of about 9 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 here for Woodland.
Also there, Philip Sheets to the 39. Gary picks up 10. Gary picks up the penalty yardage, the 10 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 8.
So Snyder will have it in the shotgun. Drew Fleek behind him. Snyder will look to go deep here, and Joe Reedy up in the air and gets it. Joe Reedy caught at the 35-yard line, will push his way forward and get it to the 28-yard line. An outstanding catch. And picking up the 1st down is Joe Reedy. And they are going to call a roughing the passer here on Prairie Heights. So Woodland will tack on even more yardage. As let's take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Snyder takes the snap here, and if you see a 6'7" target down low, you'll want to catch him. Joe Reedy on the outstanding grab there and pushes his way upfield to the 28-yard line. They are going to add on 15 yards to this run as roughing the passer was called on the play. So it'll be 1st down and 10 here from the 15-yard line for Woodland. So Snyder will go back in the shotgun here. He'll have Drew Fleek behind him. He'll hand it off to Fleek. Fleek pushing his way up the field and gets it to about the 15-yard line. The line is, we're going to mark him at the 12-yard line. My apologies. 3-yard gain here for Woodland. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 here for the Warriors. Snyder will break the huddle here. He'll have Fleek behind him. 2 wide receivers to his left and 2 to his right. He'll fake the handoff to Fleek, and Snyder will keep it on his own and gets it up the field and to about the 2-yard line. And they're going to give him the first down for Woodlan. Jake Snyder on the ground, an outstanding mobile QB for this Woodlan Warriors ball club. So Snyder breaks the huddle here. He'll have Bo Brooks behind him, the lineman here for Woodlan, as we've seen in the backfield almost all year. He'll hand it off to Fleek, and Fleek will run behind Bo Brooks and be marked just short of the goal line. We'll mark him down at about the 2-yard line. So give him a 2-yard gain. Second down and goal here for Woodlan. As I mentioned, the offensive lineman and 6'1", 275-pound product, Bo Brooks. We've seen him in the backfield a lot this year, using him as a blocker for Jake Snyder and this Woodlan Warriors offense. And they'll go back in the ISO formation. Snyder will go under center here. He'll take the snap and bobbled it and drops it, but Snyder was able to fall back on top of it, so it'll be 3rd down and goal for the Woodlan Warriors. 8 minutes and counting left here to go in this second quarter. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Sectional number 35, first round play. Praire Heights with a 20-0 lead over the Woodlan Warriors. So Snyder will break the ISO formation and go with a 5 wide receiver spread out empty backfield. And looks like we're going to have our first timeout of the ball game. Head coach Mike Smith is going to use one here, so we will go ahead and take a quick one with him. You're watching Indiana High School football here from SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. Snyder will fake the handoff to Bo Brooks and break outside and get it across the goal line, and they're going to call that touchdown off, and we're going to get a holding call on the Woodlan Warriors offense once again. Another crucial holding call here for Woodlan. So that is going to back the Woodlan Warriors up 10 yards. And they'll have it now at the 21-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and goal here for Woodlan. So Snyder will go in the shotgun empty backfield. He'll take the snap here. We're going to go outside, and Austin Stevenson trying to break the edge there, cuts back in and gets it to about the 6-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and goal. Decision time here for head coach Mike Smith and this Woodlan Warriors offense. As taking a look at some scores around the area, Concordia up 27-0 as they are taking on a winless Northwestern Ball Club. The Wayne Generals up 7-0. They are in Class 5A. And New Haven up 14-7 over the Huntington North Vikings. Snyder will take the snap here and looking to go up top for Joel Reedy, and it falls in and out of the hands of Reedy. Incomplete. 4th down conversion not succeeded for Woodlan. So Prairie Heights and Luke Sevier will bring the offense back onto the field. And what a start we've seen here from Prairie Heights and this Panthers offense. As Sevier will go in the shotgun. He'll have his running back in Levitz to his left and a 3 wide receiver spread out. He'll hand it off to Levitz, and he is met immediately. Nice stop there by number 55 and Seth Mason for the Woodland Warriors. As looking at our live stats brought to you by Digital Scout. Here kept by both teams. Hall has 11 carries for 58 yards and 3 TDs on the night. And head coach for Prairie Heights and Pat McCree is going to go ahead and take his first time out. We're going to take a quick one with him. You're watching Indiana High School football here on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodland High School, Etzler Field. 2nd down and 12 here for Prairie Heights as Sevier and the offense are back onto the field. He'll hand it off to his running back in Levitz, and Levitz will get a gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10 here for Prairie Heights. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. As I mentioned, this is the first round of sectional play here in IHSA football. This is sectional number 35. The winner of this ball game will take on the winner of Fairfield and Bishop Luers, which that game is being played right now as we speak at Bishop Dwenger High School, as there was a mud fest last week out at Bishop Luers as the Snyder Panthers and the Bishop Luers Knights battled for the SAC Conference title. So Sevier. And we saw a helmet go flying here. Bo Brooks' helmet came off and flew across the field. So we're going to have a flag thrown. And looks like we are going to get a personal foul called on Woodland, as they're going to call it an unsportsmanlike conduct here on Bo Brooks. So that is going to move Prairie Heights up, I believe. And I believe that ball should be spotted at the 17-yard line. It should be a 15-yard gain. And they are going to move it up way more than that. They're going to give them after the gain there. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. As Bo Brooks was called for unsportsmanlike conduct. I saw a helmet go flying. Just didn't quite see what had happened there. But Sevier will go in the shotgun as Prairie Heights has it on 1st down. He's looking to go deep and finds his receiver at number 81 for Prairie Heights. Colton Bennett on the catch and the 1st down for the Panthers. Woo! Can we take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay? As you see, Severe takes the snap there and rolls outside and finds his receiver deep and gets the first down. And wait more, they're going to spot the ball at the 14-yard line, and it's going to be first down and 10 here for Prairie Heights. Severe will take the snap here, looking to go deep, and miscommunication there, as I believe the wrong route was ran by number 81 in Colton Pennick for the Prairie Heights Panthers, the senior here for Prairie Heights. As another flag is thrown in the backfield. Our 400th flag of this ball game so far. Feels like, but they're going to call intentional grounding on Severe. So that is going to bring the ball back to the 19-yard line. Loss of 5 there, so it'll be second down and 15 here for Prairie Heights.
Second and 15 now for Prairie Heights.
Severe will take the snap here. He'll hand it off to number 14 for Prairie Heights, and that is going to be Jaden Daniels on the carry. Will pick up the first down and way more as he gets the ball to the 1-yard line. So Prairie Heights will have it first and goal. 5 minutes left here to go in this second quarter.
18-yard pickup on the carry.
Severe will have his backs in number 11 and Cam Hall in number 14 and Jaden Daniels in the backfield. He'll hand it off outside and running and scoring is Cam Hall. His 4th touchdown of the game for Prairie Heights. Woo! What an outstanding start to this ball game here for Camden Hall. His 4th touchdown of the ball game. My goodness. It's only the second quarter, man. Woo! 4:37 left here to go in this second quarter. 26-0 our score. Prairie Heights. As the kick is blocked by number 73, Bo Brooks. So that'll keep it at 26-0 our score. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies on that one. The kickoff is returned by number 13 and the freshman for Woodlan, and Jace Coots on the return for Woodlan. And gets it to the 37-yard line where it'll be first down and 10 for this Woodlanware offense. Jake Snyder will break the huddle there. They'll go back in the ISO formation with Bo Brooks in the backfield, as that was seeming to be working earlier. They'll hand it off to the running back and Drew Fleek. Fleek looking to push his way upfield and gets it across midfield to about the 48-yard line, where he picks up the first down for the Warriors. Let's take a look at a score inside the area Class 4A. East Noble up 14-6 over the Leo Lions in the second quarter. 1:51 left to go. Another score to mention, New Haven and Huntington North knotted up at 14. Delta is beating Southside 14-0 in the second quarter. Out there at Delta High School down in Muncie, Indiana. That game can see live here on SummitCitySports.com. As a timeout is taken by head coach Mike Smith and the Woodlan Warriors offense. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Edsler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. Snyder will take the handoff to Drew Fleek, and Fleek will take it back to the line of scrimmage where it'll be second down and 10 here for the Woodlan Warriors. 26-0 our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodlan. Cam Hall, the story of this one. The Prairie Heights running back with 4 touchdowns on the night. And it's not even halftime yet, ladies and gentlemen. 3:30 left here to go in this second quarter. Snyder will hand it off to Fleek. Fleek will try to break outside and get a gain of about 2. It'll be third down and 8 here for Woodlan.
Tackle on the play by Jaden Daniels. Short gain on the play by Fleet.
Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com as we have paired with the IHSAA to bring you this live broadcast through IHSAATV.org. As Snyder looking to go deep for a receiver, and that one is going to be battled for and knocked away. Great defensive play there by Prairie Heights in number 81. Colton Pennick, the senior, on the knockaway there to step in defensively for Prairie Heights. As I mentioned, we have paired with the IHSAA to bring you these live broadcasts, as only approved broadcasts can be brought to you through IHSAA TV and this playoffs here in all of the sports here through IHSAA. As Snyder will go in the shotgun. Woodlan Warrior offense stays on the field. 4th down and 8. Snyder will go under center, and I believe they're just trying to get Prairie Heights to jump. And head coach Mike Smith will go ahead and use another timeout, and that'll be his last of the half. And they'll bring Joe Reed and the punting unit on the field for Woodlan. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place around the area. Also, follow us on Twitter at 260sports, where we will tweet in-game highlights and all of our live stream events taking place around the area. As tomorrow, me and Tim Atkinson have the honor of bringing you the IHSAA soccer semi-state. They're out at South Bend St. Joseph High School, as there will be 3 games throughout the day. First game beginning at 11, second game 1, and third game 3 p.m. Make sure you join us on IHSATV.org, as we will be on the affiliated and live stream. Ball is spotted at the 18-yard line. Prairie Heights will bring the offense back onto the field once again here in this second quarter. 2:33 left there to go in the second quarter. As I mentioned, Cam Hall, the story of the night so far here for this Prairie Heights offense. 4 TDs on the night. What an outstanding start he has had for this Prairie Heights offense. as they will hand it off to number 4. And Levitz will get it to about the 49-yard line, and no flags. Thought we saw one there in the backfield. Didn't get one. And head coach Mike Smith is not happy at all here on this near sideline. He has not been happy at any of the calls that have been made throughout the night. Looking for everything, and he is not too pleased with his ball club. They're down 26-0 in the second quarter, 2:23 left here to go. As I mentioned, we will be live at the IHSAA Semi-State Soccer South Bend St. Joe as Tipton will take on Antrim at 11. In Class 2A, Leo will take on Mishawaka Mary, and in Class 3A, Homestead, 20-0 on the year, will take on South Bend St. Joseph. As we got a holding called on Prairie Heights. That is going to bring them back.
And again, a stop foul for the penalty.
As that is going to be a spot foul on the penalty, so that is going to push the Prairie Heights offense all the way back to the 40-yard line. It'll be first down and long here for this Panthers offense. Luke Sevier will go in the shotgun here. He'll have his running back in Sam Levitz in the backfield with him. And a 2 wide receiver spread out, 1 to his left and 1 to his right. Sevier will take the snap here. He'll hand it off to Levitz, and Levitz chased down and brought down immediately. Nice tackle there by number 55 for Woodland, and Seth Mason, the senior, on the stop.
Seth Mason in the backfield for the Warriors.
Nice stop there by Seth Mason to get some momentum going defensively here for Woodland. So it'll be second down and 22 here for Prairie Heights, 1:30 and counting left here to go in the second quarter. As I mentioned, head coach Mike Smith and this Woodland Warriors ball club all out of their timeouts. So you think if you were Prairie Heights, you're going to use this clock here, break it, as Sevier try to find a receiver over top in number 23. That is number 23 in Thomas Daniels, the junior running back. Or excuse me, Trenton Daniels, the junior running back here for Prairie Heights. So it'll be third down and 22 here for the Panthers. 26-0 our score. 1:19 left here to go in this second quarter. As Sevier will have a running back to his right and 1 to his left. He'll take the snap here. He'll hand it off to number 14. And Daniels. And stopped at about the 39-yard line, a gain of about 2. So it'll be fourth down and 20 here for Prairie Heights. And they're going to bring the punting unit onto the field as there's a minute left here to go in this second quarter. 24 seconds on the play clock. As going deep to return for Woodland is number 13, the freshman in Jace Coots. And kicking here for Prairie Heights. As Woodland is setting their unit, defense are returning, and we're going to get a delay of game called on Prairie Heights. That is going to stop the clock at 32.4 seconds. So that is going to force Prairie Heights to punt this ball away to Jace Coots and this returning group of the Woodland Warriors. Ball is now spotted at the 33-yard line. And the double clap there, I believe, got somebody jumping. And they're going to call a false start on Prairie Heights. So that is going to move them back 5 more yards. And that'll move them back to the 28-yard line. Woo! They are just shooting themselves in the foot here on Prairie Heights as they get a snap off. And we'll see what the punter And number 12, Klopfenstein has. Oh, and it almost went over his head. Joe Reedy went in to attempt to block it. And Kuntz tried to return it and, picked up as it hit a Prairie Heights player. And number 15 for Woodland and Ethan Vardaman knocks that one down. And the Woodland Warriors offense will take over at the 47-yard line. .4 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. As Mike Smith in his second year here for Woodland. 4-15 in his second year, 2 years coaching, as he took over right after a COVID year. Not always an easy thing to do as a head coach of a program. So Snyder will go in the shotgun here. He'll have Stevenson to his right. He'll find his receiver, Joe Reedy, over top, and Joe Reedy flicks it up to number 11 and lands Golden, and Golden gets it to the 2-yard line. What a play there from Joe Reedy. As Golden was able to get out of bounds too for Woodland. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Snyder just get over top and pitch it outside to Landon Golden. And Golden breaks it up the sideline. Nice move there. Gets it to the 7-yard line, where Woodland will have it first and goal. 10 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. And a timeout is taken by Prairie Heights, their second. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Edsler Field here on the campus of Woodland High School. Joe Reedy and Landon Golden on the team play game there for Woodland. 10.9 seconds left to go. Snyder with an empty backfield, and we have a flag, false start called on Woodland. It's going to back him up 5 yards, so it'll be first down and goal here from the 12-yard line for Woodland. As you saw earlier on your Traction AP Performance Replay, you saw the catch there by Joe Reedy and just left it off to Landon Golden. What an outstanding play there to pick up yardage as Golden just broke down the sideline. So Snyder will have an empty backfield here. He'll take the snap, looking to go deep and finding his receiver. And Joe Reedy over top. The 6'7" senior brings it in for the score. Touchdown, Woodland. As I mentioned, he has the body frame to do it. The 6'7" senior for Woodland, and Joe Reedy brings the score in, and give him 6, ladies and gentlemen. 4.9 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Woodland able to break up the field and get the score. So Snyder on the hold here for Woodland. The PAT attempt is up and good. 26-7 our score. Let's go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Jacob Snyder, they're taking the snap in the empty backfield. He takes it, and man, oh man, Joe Reedy is easy to miss, ladies and gentlemen. The 6'7" athlete brings that one in for the score for the Warriors. Give him 6, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Reedy, an outstanding athlete here outside on the football field for Woodland. That will be his 5th TD on the year for Woodland. Also an outstanding basketball player there for this Woodland Warriors ball club. Look for them to do big things in the ACAC conference this year here out at Woodland High School. Shout out to Athletic Director and Rob Berkeley. Always an outstanding host here, whether inside in the gymnasium out at Woodland or out here on the football field. So number 6, and Braden Hall tees this one up from the 40-yard line with a little squib kick there. And, bounced and finally covered by Prairie Heights. Ball is covered by number 29 and Skylar Schieber, the sophomore, on the recover there for Prairie Heights. They'll have 1.6 seconds to work with. And I believe for for Prairie Heights and head coach Pat McCree is just going to come on the field and knee this one. But it does not look like that at all. So Woodland will have 6 players deep. Joe Reedy, the deepest at the Woodland 38-yard line. And they're going to go ahead and take the knee. Will Prairie Heights. So that is going to be our halftime score. Prairie Heights with a 26-7 lead over the Woodland Warriors. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and come back here with some halftime analysis. You're watching Indiana High School football. You're live on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, in our halftime break. Prairie Heights with a 26-7 lead here over the Woodlan Warriors. The story of the night for Prairie Heights is their running back and number 11, Cam Hall. 4 touchdowns on the night. What an outstanding night he has had. Let me go ahead here and pull up the stats via Digital Scout here as the Woodlan Warriors keep live in-game stats through that website. As looking at the stats here, Prairie Heights QB and Severe 8 for 14 on the night, 161 yards through the air. As I mentioned, Cam Hall, an outstanding night here so far. 12 carries, 60 yards, and 4 TDs for Prairie Heights. Number 81 for Prairie Heights and the senior Colton Pennick with 2 receptions for 87 yards, leading them with receptions for the Panthers. Looking at the Woodlan Warriors offense, Jake Snyder is 7 for 12 through the air, 115 yards, and 1 TD. Joe Reedy leaving and receiving as he was the one player to catch the TD from Jake Snyder. 3 receptions, 48 yards, and 1 TD on the air for the Warriors. Drew Fleek leading the rushing for Woodlan. 6 carries and 34 yards on the night so far here in our halftime break. As I mentioned, Drew Fleek, we haven't seen him since the start of the year in Game 1 as he went down with an injury. Great to see him back out on the gridiron to begin play here in IHSAA Sectionals Week number 1, as we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back here to thank some of our sponsors and some more halftime analysis and scores. You're watching Indiana High School football here from SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen. Live here from Woodlan High School. Prairie Heights out to a 26-7 lead over the Woodlan Warriors. What a great ball game we've seen here from Prairie Heights thus far. As I mentioned, Cam Hall with 4 TDs on the night for this Prairie Heights ball club, leading the way. I can tell you, I've never seen 4 TDs scored in one half. Look for them to feed him the ball in the second half to try to break a record or some sort, because that's what it's seeming like he is doing tonight. Having an outstanding night here for the Warriors. Well, we're going to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors real quick that allow us to come out here and do these ball games. First, the Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a friendly family environment at the Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 previous vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. That will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle, like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you just to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes, or stop by a branch today, or find them online at profedcu.org. At Outmiller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sealco Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services. including genital rail, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana area. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We are the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place throughout the area. Also, make sure to get us a follow on Twitter at 260sports, where we update in-game highlights and scores and videos and our live video feeds throughout the area as we are out covering 5, I believe 6 maybe, sectional games here tonight, this evening, to begin IHSAA sectional play, as we will be looking to do that all year long throughout this IHSAA football tournament. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and catch some scores around the area, and we'll be back here to break some down here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints, all across the board. We just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. And just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. As you see here, Prairie Heights with a 26-7 lead over the Woodlan Warriors. We're going to go ahead and look at some scores around the area. In 4A, East Noble and Leo knotted up in a good one at halftime. Both teams are knotted at 14. Concordia up 20-7-6 over Northwestern at halftime. They are at Concordia High School. DeKalb and Wawasee both tied at 7. New Haven up 21-14 over Huntington North, and Columbia City up 35-12 over the Angola Hornets. As trying to find some scores here in this sectional taking place. As I believe I saw earlier, Central Noble is up 35-0 over Whitco. They're at halftime out at Central Noble High School. Bluffton is down to Eastside, as Eastside is up 35-0 at halftime out at Bluffton High School. Looking at another score, as the winner of this ball game will take on Bishop Luers or Fairfield, and I believe Fairfield is down to Bishop Luers in that ball game, as the most updated score we have is after the first quarter. Luers was up 20-0 over Fairfield, so the winner of this game will take on Fairfield or Bishop Luers. Well, we're going to go ahead and take one more quick break, and we'll be back here to start the third quarter. You're live on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodlan High School. Here as we are set to begin our third quarter of play. Praire Heights out to a 26-7 lead over the Woodlan Warriors, as Woodlan will return the kick to begin this second half, as they're going to let that one just roll out of bounds and take the flag there. So Woodlan will begin offensive play from the 35-yard line, where Jake Snyder will bring his offense back onto the field. Here as to end that first half, he found Joe Reedy in the back part of the end zone for a 14-yard TD. Here as Joe Reedy with the only TD for Woodlan on the night. Back in here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are set to begin our Snyder will have it now. He will take the snap, and we got a flag, as it's going to be a false start called on Woodlan. So that is going to bring them back 5, and Woodlan will have it 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to IHSATV.org. This broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosnheimer here on your call. Cordell Humblinger on top of this beautiful new press box out at Woodlan High School. Moving the camera for me. They hand it off to Fleek. Does Woodlan, and Fleek gets a gain of about 3 there. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 here for the Warriors. 11:40 and counting left here to go in this third quarter. As I mentioned, what an outstanding start there for Praire Heights in their running back. And number 11 for Praire Heights, Cam Hall, 4 touchdowns on the night so far at our halftime break. And it's a loss of 2 there for Woodlan, so it'll be 3rd down and 13, ball spotted at the 27-yard line. As I mentioned, Jake Snyder on the night, 7 for 12, 115 yards and 1 TD through the air. Also has an interception on the night. Has 4 rushes for 14 yards here for Woodlan. Snyder will put Stevenson in motion. He'll fake the handoff to Stevenson, and Snyder will keep it and get it to about the 36-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 9 there for Woodlan. So it'll be 4th down and 9 here for this Woodlan Warrior offense. And they're going to go ahead and bring the punting unit on, as Joe Rady will go back to do the punting duties here for Woodlan. Deep to return for the Panthers is number 4. And Sam Levitz. And number 14 for Praire Heights. And Daniels. So that kick is kicked to the far sideline there, and they're going to spot it at the 30-yard line, where Prairie Heights will bring the offense back onto the field. As I mentioned, what an outstanding start here for this Prairie Heights offense. Sevier is 8 for 14 through the air, 161 yards. Their running back at number 11, Cam Hall, as I mentioned, 12 rushes, 60 yards, and 4 TDs on the night. Also, Jaden Daniels with 4 rushes for 43 yards on the night. So Sevier has his offense back onto the field as he will put a receiver in motion and roll out here near side. Sevier looking to find a receiver. Oh, almost intercepted, but knocked down right away. Ethan Vardaman couldn't bring it in, and that will be marked incomplete. So it'll be second down and 10 here for the Panthers. Ethan Vardaman, just in and out of the hands of the junior for this Woodland Warrior Ball Club. So Sevier will go in the shotgun here. He'll have a 2 wide receiver spread out and put one in motion. We'll fake the pitch there and give it to Hall. Hall breaks 1 tackle, pushes it outside, and dragged down by number 23. And DJ Garrick, and he is taken down at about the 42-yard line. Gain of 8 there. So it'll be third down and 2. Be a huge stop here for Woodland if their defense is able to come up with one.
Now 3rd and 2.
As look for Woodland to bring Joe Reedy on the edge here, as he has been coming all night. And they put the receiver in motion and hand it to Hall. Hall. It looks like he got just enough to pick up the first down. He is knocked down at about the 45-yard line. Gets a gain of 3 there. Just enough to pick up the first down for Prairie Heights. 9 minutes left there to go in this first quarter. That's Sevier. We'll hit it off to Hall. Hall gets a gain of about 2 there. So it'll be second down and 8 here for Woodland.
3-yard pickup, punt to 48.
So it'll be second down and 8 here for Woodland. Here for Prairie Heights. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Sevier will go in the shotgun. He'll have Hall to his right. He'll put his receiver and number 14 and Daniels in motion. And Daniels pushing his way upfield. Gets it to the 30-yard line and picks up just enough for the first down for Prairie Heights.
Austin Stevenson, the Eagles, rolls inside the 3 to about the 29-yard line. Yard pickup on the play.
As Sevier will go in the shotgun here. He'll have 2 running backs with him. He'll hand it off to Hall. Hall breaks it up down the middle and gets it to about the 20-yard line, and a helmet fell off again. That is Bo Brooks. His helmet came off once again. I don't know, helmet issues there for the big fella. They're going to bring him off on this near sideline, as they're going to call a personal foul on Prairie Heights. Illegal hands to the face is the call. That is going to move them back for Prairie Heights.
Then on the play, there'll be a first down and for Prairie Heights.
So Sevier will go back in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off to his back. And number 4 in Levitz. And Levitz looking to push his way up the field. Dragged down by a host of Warriors. So it'll be second down and about 13 here for the Panthers. Severe in the shotgun here. He'll hand it off and swallowed up immediately. Nice tackle there by Bo Brooks on the stop for the Warriors. Bo Brooks met him immediately in the backfield for Woodlan.
Panthers now with a 3rd and 15. Ball at the Woodlan 30.
So Severe will be in the shotgun now. 3rd and 15 here for the Panthers. Severe takes the snap here. Trying to find a receiver. Oh, he would have been blown up immediately. And are they going to throw the flag? They are not. As Vardaman and the official comes here near side to talk to head coach Mike Smith. As Prairie Heights was begging for a call there on the near sideline. As can't see much of it here on our replay, so I won't show it to you. But Ethan Vardaman at the bottom of your screen was believed to be dragged down by a Prairie Heights player as the referees saw it, I'm guessing. But hey, the officials are down here. I'm up here for a reason, so we will play on the punt. Nice punt there. That ball is going to roll and be spotted at the 6-yard line. Nice punt there for Prairie Heights on the punting duties. Looks like that is number 47. Excuse me, my apologies, number 52 in Lincoln Booth on the punt there for the Panthers. It'll be spotted at the 7-yard line where Jacob Snyder and the Warriors offense will take over 1st down and 10. Here's Snyder. Takes the snap here. Looking to find his receiver deep. And landed. Golden just overthrew him about 2 yards there. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 here for Woodland. 6 minutes left here to go. And the 3rd quarter. An updated score. Concordia with a 34-6 lead over Northwestern, as they are looking to move on in sectional play. Bishop Lures up 40-0 over Fairfield at halftime. That is looking like that is going to be the team. The winner of this ball game will face, as if Woodland wins, I believe Woodland would be a home team there, as Drew Fleek has it now. Fleek pushing up the field and gets it to the 40-yard line. Nice carry there from Drew Fleek. As I was mentioning, Bishop Lures, if they are to win that ball game, which is looking like they're in full control over Fairfield, Woodland wins this game, they will play them here at home. If Prairie Heights wins, they will play the Prairie Heights Panthers at Prairie Heights. So Lures will have to do some traveling there to begin the 2nd round and sectional play. So Snyder will go in the shotgun here. He'll hand it off to his running back in Fleek. And Fleek just tripped up at about the 42-yard line. If he wasn't tripped, he had green in front of him, ladies and gentlemen. As looking at a score around the area, Leo up 20-14 over the East Noble Knights there out at East Noble High School. And Huntington North and New Haven knotted up at 21 in the 3rd quarter. They're out at Huntington North High School. Snyder looking to go deep, and found his receiver in Joe Reedy, and they're going to get a pass interference call, which will pick up a big yardage gain for Woodlan. Let's see, Woodlan Warriors students below me doing the normal chant as you get when you get a penalty. You cannot do that, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look at that here one more time on our Traction AP performance replay. As you see, Snyder go deep there to Joe Reedy, and the hands and the contact there is going to get you every time, ladies and gentlemen. As Joe Reedy's hands were knocked right out of him, that made that ball uncatchable. So that is going to get the Woodlan Warriors a first down, and ball is going to be swatted at the 44-yard line. 4:50 left here to go in this third quarter. Jacob Snyder will have it in the shotgun here. He'll hand it off to his running back in Fleek. Fleek looking to break outside and finds the green. Gets a gain of about 8. Second down and 2. Drew Fleek having an outstanding night running the ball here for Woodlan. If you're head coach Mike Smith, I would keep giving it to him as he is making some moves out there. So let me go ahead and mark those timeouts and back up as Prairie Heights is going to go ahead and use their first time out of the half. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100%.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. Drew Fleek, as Jake Snyder fakes the handoff here, looking to find some green outside, and is dragged out, but will pick up just enough for the first down for the Warriors. Jake Snyder on the fake handoff there and gets just enough for the first down for Woodlan to keep this drive alive.
Another 6, the Warriors quarterback out of bounds along the Woodlan sideline. Ball at the 31-yard line. Picking the 6 on the play, make your first down.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. 26-7, our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodlan. 3:40 and counting left here to go in this third quarter. Snyder looking to go deep to Landon Golden and just overthrew him by about an inch there. Whew. Man, he had him in the end zone. Did Jacob Snyder just overthrew him. So it'll bring second down and 10 here for Woodlan. As I mentioned, Woodlan is under head coach Mike Smith in his second year. 4-15 overall for this Woodlan ball club as he took over in what they call the COVID year here for Woodlan. So they're going to hand it off to Fleek, Will Snyder. Fleek with a nice run there. And if I'm head coach Mike Smith, I'm going to keep fleeting through Fleek the ball because he is making some movement on the field for Woodlan. It'll be spotted at the 26-yard line where it'll be third down and 5 here for Woodlan. Snyder will go in the shotgun. He'll have Fleek behind him. He'll have one wide receiver to his right and one to his left. He'll get a block from Fleek and roll out Will Snyder. Snyder looking to find a receiver over top and almost one-handed intercepted, but was knocked down by Daniels. And it'll be a fourth down here for Woodlan. As they're going to take Drew Fleek and number 8 and Luke Meyer off the field. And they're going to bring on Austin Stevenson, and Mo Brooks is coming off here, limping near sideline here. That is not a good sign for Woodlan. So it looks like it's just cramping up here on this near sideline. So Snyder with an empty backfield set. He'll have 3 wide receivers to his right and 2 to his left. He'll look deep for Joe Reedy. And Joe Reedy, woo! What a catch! Joe Reedy with the touchdown for Woodland. My goodness. If you're a 6'7" athlete, you might as well be looking for that ball, because Joe Reedy brings that one in for another score for Woodland. Woo! Hey, if I'm head coach Mike Smith, I'm using that type of height every single time. Wow, what a catch by Joe Reedy to bring that one in for Woodland. And the kick is up and good. 26-14, our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodland. 2:49 left here to go in this third quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. We'll be back here live on Summit City Sports.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite.
Back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodland High School at Center Field, as the onside kicked attempt fell just in and out of the hands, but nice kick there by Braden Hall, and that'll spot Prairie Heights, and they will take possession at the 38-yard line. They're going to go ahead and mark it here. As 26-14, our score. 2:49 left here to go in this third quarter. Prairie Heights offense back on the field. They'll take the snap here. They'll hand it off to the running back in number 14 for Prairie Heights, and Daniels. Daniels with a nice run there, gets a gain of about 5. Second down and 5 here for the Panthers. If you're Woodland, you need stops defensively right here to the Warriors, as you are looking to go, and get some defensive stops to get your offense back onto the field. Are the Woodland Warriors thinking right now? As Severe takes the snap here, and we got a flag thrown far side, and I believe they're going to get an offsides called on Woodland, so that'll get them just enough for the first down for Prairie Heights. As Joe Reedy, I guess we could call this game the Joe Reedy versus Cam Hall show, because both players are the only ones scoring here for both prospective teams, as Cam Hall has 4 scores on the night and Joe Reedy has 2 for. As Severe with a keeper there, and knocked down immediately by Austin Stevenson, and we have a penalty marker thrown in the backfield, and they're going to call holding on the Panthers. As defensive coordinator for the Woodland Warriors, I believe it is Chris Albertson coming over to talk to Austin Stevenson, telling him, hey, you should have watched that hit because that looked a little bit close to a helmet-to-helmet hit. But we got no call here. We got a holding on Prairie Heights. So that is going to bring them back to the 33-yard line. And it is going to be first down and long here for the Panthers. As Severe will go in the shotgun here. He'll have his running back and number 11 in Cam Hall as he has all night to his left. He'll have a 4 wide receiver spread out, 2 to his right and 2 to his left. He'll put 1 in motion. He'll roll out. Will Severe, and Severe knocked away by Joe Reedy. Man, I tell you what, Joe Reedy is an outstanding athlete here for Woodlan. Wow. As you see, let's take a look at that here one more time on our Traction AP Performance Replay. Why not, ladies and gentlemen? As you see, Severe put his receiver in motion, and Joe Reedy says, no, 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 you're not getting that over my height, ladies and gentlemen. So Severe will go into the shotgun here, 2nd and 26 here for the Panthers. Severe takes the snap, drops back, and is trying to find a receiver deep, and Jacob Snyder in and out of the hands of the QB/defensive back for the Warriors. That would have been a game changer there for Woodlan. And we got penalty markers in the backfield once again. As we have another holding call on Prairie Heights. We'll just go ahead and call this 3rd and 4. Woodlan declines the penalty. I guess that makes sense. They're only about 280 yards away from the first down. Just kidding. 26 yards. 3rd and 26 here for Prairie Heights. Severe and the shotgun here. As you can see, Joe Reedy's going to bring some pressure here. They hand it off to the running back outside in number 14, and Daniels looking to break upfield and gets it to about the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down and 10 here for the Warriors, or excuse me, for the Panthers. Nice carry there by Jaden Daniels. What a great defensive stop there from Woodlan. It's going to bring the punting unit on here for the Panthers and look for them to go quickly here as they have on all their punts all night long. They like to snap it quick and try to catch the return team off guard. As punting for the Panthers is number 52 in Lincoln Booth. Booth with a nice boot there and looking to return deep and knocked away. As coaches were yelling on the sideline, fire, fire, fire. And you know what that means? Get away from that football. You don't want to touch it incidentally and give Prairie Heights the ball back. So they're going to go ahead and mark that ball at about the 16-yard line where the Woodlan Warriors offense will come back onto the field. And I tell you what, once this offense gets going, they go. I've seen them all year long, about 5 or 6 games here I've covered out at Woodlan High School. And once this offense gets going, they do not stop. As you saw on their last drive, the touchdown pass from Joe Reedy to Jacob Snyder, as we have seen on both of their scores tonight. So Snyder will have it. He'll hand it off to the running back in Fleek. And Fleek has a lot of green in front of him, ladies and gentlemen. Nice carry there for Drew Fleek to get it to the 46-yard line for Woodlan. Woo! Drew Fleek on the carry. Picks up a big gain for Woodlan. Gets it to the 45-yard line. And 10 seconds to go in counting here in this 3rd quarter. Woodlan's going to try to get off one more snap here, and didn't get it off, did Woodlan. So that is going to be the end of our 3rd quarter. Woodlan is rolling here. Prairie Heights with a 26-14 lead here over the Woodlan Warriors. Hang on here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be in for a good one. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here with some 3rd quarter action. 4th quarter action on here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodlan High School as the Warriors with a quick pass there to Austin Stevenson. Loss of about 2 on the play. So it'll be second down and 13 here for the Warriors. Fourth quarter underway here at Etzler Field on the campus of Woodlan High School. 26-14 our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodlan. Woodlan is rolling right now. 11:30 left here to go in this fourth quarter. Snyder fakes a handoff here, looking to break outside and run straight into the defender, but gets it back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down and 14 here for the Warriors. 11:15 left here to go in this fourth quarter. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Live here on IHSAATV.org. Summit City Sports bringing you this live broadcast as we have paired up with the IHSAA to bring a bunch of sectional football and broadcasts throughout the postseason here out at Woodlan High School. So Snyder goes in the shotgun here. He'll have Drew Fleek behind him. He'll take the snap here. Will Snyder. Snyder looking to go deep, and Austin Stevenson is there, and just falls in and out of the hands of both receivers. And Stevenson has that one knocked away by number 14 for the Panthers in Jaden Daniels on the stop. And Woodlan is going to bring the punting unit on the field as Joe Reedy will go back to punt. Looking at the score around the area, New Haven up 35-21 over Huntington North. That game being played at Huntington North High School, as I had the privilege of calling that one last week to end the regular season. Joe Reedy on a nice punt there for Woodlan. Prairie Heights is going to let that one roll, and they're going to go ahead and mark it at the 19-yard line, where the Panthers will bring the offense back onto the field. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to SummitCitySports.com. We're coming to you live right here at Etzler Field on the campus of Woodlan High School. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter at 260sports. I am also on Twitter at HSosenheimer. It's a lot of words to spell, so you can just go ahead and find me on the Summit City Sports Twitter feed. Also follow us on Facebook at Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place around the area as the Panthers and Sevier bring the offense back onto the field. And Sevier is going to go ahead and just run that one out of bounds to the line of scrimmage. Austin Stevenson was blown up there coming in to try to get a stop there for Woodlan. My apologies as they hand it off to the running back. And number 11, Camden Hall, has had an outstanding night here so far for this Prairie Heights Ball Club. Has 4 touchdowns on the year. As it's a big, crucial third down stop here for Woodlan, as Sevier goes in the shotgun here, looking to find a receiver deep, and nice defensive play there by number 15 for the Warriors, and Ethan Vardaman on the knock away. It's going to be fourth down and looks like about 2 here for Prairie Heights. They're going to go ahead and give him 8-yard pickup. So it'll be 4th down and 2. And Prairie Heights will bring the will bring the punting unit onto the field. And deep to return here for the Warriors is number 13, the freshman, and Jace Coots. And Coots is just going to let that one fly out of bounds. And I believe they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line, where the Woodlan Warriors offense will take over once again. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
As Jake Snyder in the offense back onto the field.
Flick, the ball carrier. Short pickup on the play.
So gain of 2 there for Drew Fleek. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 minutes left here to go in this 4th quarter. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Looking at a score around the area, the Wayne Generals are up 21-13 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Concordia taking care of business over Northwestern as they move on to the 2nd round of sectional play. Snyder in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap. Looking to find a receiver, and does, and Stevenson. And Stevenson looking to push his way up the field and gets it to about the 37-yard line. They're going to spot it. Looks like he got to the 36, but it'll be 3rd down and about 1 here for the Warriors. Big 3rd down here for Woodlan, as they're going to bring the big backfield onto the field, in Bo Brooks lining up as the fullback, and Drew Fleek as the running back. Fleek will follow his big lineman and Bo Brooks and pick up the 1st down for Woodlan. Woodlan is marching down the field, ladies and gentlemen. Ball is going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. Good enough for the 1st down and 10 here for the Warriors. 8 minutes left here to go. If you are Woodlan, you're going to want to move the ball here, as they actually have all 3 timeouts left. Prairie Heights only with 2. So Snyder will go under center here. He'll have 3 wide receivers to his left and 1 to his right. He'll fake the pitch out to Drew Fleek, and Snyder will take it himself and get outside, and nice gain there by Jacob Snyder to get it to about the 26-yard line. Gain of about 7. There it'll be 2nd down and 3 here for the Warriors. Woodlan is rolling here, ladies and gentlemen, as they have to start moving, but smartly there, Snyder gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 7:37. Snyder will go under center here. He'll pitch it outside to Fleek. Fleek looking to make a move, cuts back inside and gets it to about the 24-yard line. Gets a gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 here for the Warriors. Clock is moving, 7:15 and counting left here to go in this 4th quarter. Snyder will go under center. He'll have Bo Brooks behind him and Drew Fleek. He'll fake the handoff here, Will Snyder. And Snyder looking for a receiver outside and finds him in Joe Reedy. Good enough for a Woodlan Warriors 1st down. Joe Reedy found just right underneath, wide open. Nice move there by Joe Reedy. As you take a look at that on our Traction AP Performance Replay, Snyder just gets under his center and finds his receiver in Joe Reedy. Down low there for Woodlan. 1st down and 10. Woodlan will have it at the 16-yard line. 6:30 and counting left here to go. If you're Woodlan, you're going to want to move the ball quick here as they have it First down and 10 from the 16. Snyder will go in the shotgun here. He'll find a receiver outside in Golden. Golden with a nice move inside and a spin move there. Landon Golden with the touchdown for Woodlan. Wow. What a spin move there to break out of all those defenders. Get outside and you score for Woodlan. They are keeping this one close, ladies and gentlemen. 26-20, our score. Woodlan is moving. My apologies on the kick here as we have the hold marked down, and the kick is up and through the uprights. Ain't good. 26-21, our score. Prairie Heights with a lead over Woodlan. 6:13 left here to go and counting. Hang tight here, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a good one. You're watching Indiana High School football live here on SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
With the touchdown for Woodlan. Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodlan High School. Woodlan with another touchdown there. 26-21 our score. Landon Golden on the 16-yard TD from Jacob Snyder to make this game interesting, ladies and gentlemen. 6:13 left here to go in this fourth quarter. 26-21 our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodlan.
Kansas will take the ball at midfield to start this drive. Prairie Heights with the ball at the 50-yard line.
As I mentioned, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Here, as we have partnered with the IHSAA to bring you broadcasts throughout the postseason, as all the controls of all the live broadcasts are brought to you by IHSAA. As a nice stop there, Austin Stevenson beats his runner at the line of scrimmage to get the stop. Second down and 10 here for Woodlan. What a stop there by Austin Stevenson. Just came right up the middle and knocks the runner down in number 11, Cam Hall. Things just got interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. Woodlan is cruising right now as Sevier will go in the shotgun here. He'll have Hall to his left. He'll put a receiver in motion. That's number 14. And, oh my goodness, number 14 and Jaden Daniels gets outside and scores. Touchdown, Panthers. Jaden Daniels with a nice move there, cut in and out of defenders, and scores for the Panthers. Makes our score 32-21. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodlan. .521 left here to go in this fourth quarter. And the PAT is up and through the uprights. And good. 33-21 our score. Prairie Heights with a lead over Woodlan. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodlan High School. 33-21, our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodlan. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Schosenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humberger up on top of this beautiful new press box here out at Woodlan High School. Shout out to Athletic Director Rob Berkeley. Always an outstanding host, whether inside at the gymnasium or out here on the gridiron here at Prairie Heights. With a huge score there, Jaden Daniels came right up the middle, jumped over a defender, and got outside and got the score for Prairie Heights. Extends their lead to 33-21. As Jake Snyder will bring the offense back onto the field. 5:21 left here to go in this ball game. Get a quick water break there. Allergy season kicking in here as the weather is changing here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Snyder is going to go in the shotgun here. 3 wide receivers to his left and 2 to his right. He'll step back, and we got a flag there on the far sideline. And they're going to call a false start on Jacob Snyder as he jumped early there on the snap. Stepped back and caught it. And kept trying to move backwards, but the far side official caught that one, so it'll be first down and 15 here for Woodlan. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Snyder in the shotgun. He'll have a 5 wide receiver spread out. He'll take the snap here. Snyder looking to go deep here and makes a move under a defender and breaks free. Jacob Snyder with a nice run there to get out at about the 40-yard line. Picks up a gain of 10. It'll be second down and 5 here for the Warriors. Nice run there by Jacob Snyder to break free and get outside for Woodland. 5:11 left here to go in this fourth quarter. Smartly, Jacob Snyder got on a bounce to stop the clock. Snyder will go with the empty backfield once again. 5 wide receivers spread out. Snyder will take the snap here. Prairie Heights bringing 3 defenders from the line as Prairie Heights. Oh, intercepted! Jaden Daniels on the interception for Prairie Heights. And we got a flag here in the backfield. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. As number 53 for Woodland and the sophomore Jack Cooler was thrown down off the interception. He was thrown down by an alignment in number 71, Bailey Robinson, for the Panthers, and they're going to call a dead ball foul, personal foul on Bailey Robinson. So it'll be first down and 10 here for Prairie Heights. They're going to go ahead and march 15 yards off, and the Panthers will have the ball at the 31-yard line. First down and 10. 5 minutes exactly left here to go on the scoreboard to my left here at Etzler Field on the campus of Woodland High School. 33-21, our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodland. Severe will bring his offense back on to the field. He'll have his running back in number 11, Camden Hall, behind him. Severe will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Hall. Hall looking to break upfield, gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Good enough for a first down for the Panthers. That'll stop the clock here for the spot, and we'll keep it rolling. 4:50 left here to go in this fourth quarter. Clock is ticking. Time is moving. If you're Woodland, you got to make something happen quick. Here do the Warriors. It's another score, 36-18 Delta with the lead over the Southside Archers. As he hand off outside to Daniels. Daniels breaking down the sideline, and Jaden Daniels is going to score again. Touchdown, Panthers! My goodness, Jaden Daniels breaks it up the sideline once again and gets the score for the Panthers. Extends their lead, 39-21, our score. Wow. Jaden Daniels and Camden Hall, the players leading this ball game here for Prairie Heights. As Hall has 4 touchdowns on the night. And Daniels with 2 for the Panthers. PAT attempt is up and through the uprights and good. 40-21 our score. Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodland. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodland High School. Prairie Heights kicks that one off, and Landon Golden has it on that far sideline. Gets out at about the 34-yard line where Woodland will bring the offense back onto the field. As last time out, Jacob Snyder threw an interception, and that kind of just dropped the momentum for Woodland as Jaden Daniels scored once again for Prairie Heights. So 40-21, our score, 4:08 left here to go in this ball game. As I mentioned, the winner will take on the winner of Bishop Luers and Fairfield. Last I looked, Bishop Luers was in control in that one. They were up 40-0 over Fairfield. Snyder will drop back here. He'll find his receiver. And number 21, Jacob Kimple. And Kimple will be dragged down at about the 38-yard line.
37-yard line.
And man, oh man, what a ball game we have there out at East Noble High School, as East Noble with a 28-26 lead over the Leo Lions, as Snyder will roll outside and be dragged down at about the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 here for the Warriors, and a timeout is called by head coach Mike Smith. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Woodlan High School. As there was a pass intended for Joe Reedy, fell in and out of the hands of him. So it'll be 4th down and 8 here for Woodlan. Got to get a first down here if you are the Warriors. Time is ticking, and the season is on the line here for Woodlan. 3:26 left here to go. Jake Snyder finds his receiver and knocked out of the hands of Joe Reedy. Great defensive play there by number 4 for the Prairie Heights Panthers and Sam Levitz. And change of possession here. Prairie Heights will take over at the 37-yard line. 3:21 and counting left here to go in this 4th quarter. Looking at a score around the area. Leo and East Noble having a battle there out at East Noble High School. 28-21. Our score, or East Noble with the lead over Leo. As the carry there by Hall. Gets it to the 30-yard line. And we got a timeout for an injured player as Bo Brooks is limping off to the sideline as he did earlier, came out just a bit with cramps, and now he is limping hard here over to the near sideline. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosnheimer here on your call as we have a final around the area of Columbia City with the win over Angola 48-12, and Bishop Lures with a 46-8 win over the Fairfield Falcons. So the winner of this game will take on the Bishop Lures Knights as they win 46-8 over there at Shields Field out at Bishop Dwenger High School. So Prairie Heights marching it slowly but surely. Time is ticking on the carry for Prairie Heights is number 14 and Jaden Daniels. What an outstanding night Jaden Daniels and Cam Hall have had here for these Prairie Heights Panthers. And we have a timeout called here on the near sideline by head coach Mike Smith. They'll have one timeout remaining. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, to Etzler Field here on the campus of Woodland High School. 40-21 our score as Prairie Heights with the lead over Woodland. They're going to go ahead and give it off to the running back in Levitz. And Levitz with a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 6 here for the Panthers. Looking at an area score, East Noble up 29-26 over the Lea Lions. 1:55 left there to go in the 4th quarter. As it looks like that is a amazing game there out at East Noble. As Huntington North gets a score there out at Huntington North High School. So 35-28 that score.
The penalty marker will be a holding call against the Panthers. As the penalty markers. And a spot foul.
And as I mentioned, a final Bishop Luers with the win 46-8 over Fairfield, as they are a favorite here in Class 2A, getting the victory. And moving on to play what looks like the winner of this game will be the Prairie Heights Panthers. And that game will take place out at Prairie Heights High School, if I am not wrong. And Leo with a big score, 32-29. The Leo Lions are going to come out with a victory. 4.9 seconds there to go out at East Noble High School. Wow, what a game that was seen there. As Sevier is looking to get outside and is dragged out at about the 29-yard line, loss of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 20. And timeout is called by head coach Mike Smith. They're the last timeout for the Warriors. We're going to go ahead and take another quick one with them right here live on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen. Prairie Heights has the ball, 28-yard line, 3rd and 19 here for the Panthers. Sevier is going to go ahead and hand it off to a new running back into the ball game. And woo! He was speeding upfield, was number 28, and that is going to be Caleb and Presford on the carry for the Panthers. Marked just short of the first down marker, so it'll be 4th down and 2 here for the Panthers. 1 minute and counting left to go in this ball game. 15 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to go ahead and snap that ball. Is Sevier. Sevier is going to hand it off to Man Presser, and he's brought down immediately by Austin Stevenson. Nice tackle there from the senior for the Woodland Warriors. 39.5 seconds left here to go in this ball game. Heard yelling here on the near sideline right before Austin Stevenson made that tackle was head coach Mike Smith yelling, "Leave it out, all out on the field." Great leadership by the head coach for the Woodland Warriors. So 39.5 left here to go in this 4th quarter. And Prairie Heights is going to go ahead and use their second timeout. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Edgewood Field here on the campus of Woodland High School. Jake Snyder has it in the shotgun Drew League behind him, and we got a flag here called from the backside official, and they're going to call an illegal substitution on the Prairie Heights Panthers. So that is going to move the Woodland Warriors up 5, and they'll have it 1st and 5 from the 19-yard line. Quarterback for this Woodlan Warriors ball club, Jake Snyder, just a junior here, ladies and gentlemen, as Fleek has it now here. Nice run there by Drew Fleek to get it across the 30 to the 36-yard line. And Drew Fleek, also only a freshman here for this Woodlan Warriors ball club. Look for those two to return back here next year for Woodlan and have an outstanding year, as Woodlan is going to lose quite a bit of their receiving core, as Joe Reedy, Austin Stevenson, Landon Golden, and Jacob Kimple, all seniors here for this Woodlan Warrior ball club. 22.7 left here to go in this ball game. 40-21 our score. Prairie Heights with a lead over Woodlan. Snyder is going to take it in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap and drop back. Snyder looking to go deep and has a receiver wide open in Joe Reedy. And Reedy will score. Touchdown Warriors. Joe Reedy with yet again another touchdown for Woodlan. Woo. As Woodlan is going to come on to attempt a PAT. 8.9 seconds left here to go. And they're going to leave the offense on the field for the 2-point conversion. Jake Snyder, Austin Stevenson in the backfield with him. Snyder is going to go under center. Oh, nice little fake there. Handoff pitch from Austin Stevenson to Landon Golden. And Golden with a nice spin move there, but is swallowed up. Came back inside. If he would have came outside, he probably would have gotten it. But knocked down at the 5-yard line was Golden. So that 2-point attempt is no good. 40-27 our score. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Brennan Hall with a nice kick there to start it, and knocked down immediately. And we have flags flying as over the air near the far sideline as a Woodlan Warrior player was thrown down. As three out of the 5 referees threw their flags. Saw something happen, I'm guessing. We're going to get a personal foul called on Prairie Heights and a personal foul called on Woodlan. So those penalties will wash out on each other. So it'll be first down and 10. Ball is at the 37-yard line. And Prairie Heights, you're thinking is just going to go ahead and take a knee and end this one. But what an outstanding season this Woodlan Warriors team has had from the start of the year to now. They have grown so much as a team, as I have gotten to watch and call a bunch of games here for Woodlan. They've grown so much as this Woodlan Warriors ball club. That is going to be our final score, ladies and gentlemen. Prairie Heights with a 40-27 win over the Woodlan Warriors. Your Parkview Sports Medicine players of the game are going to go to number 11 and Cam Hall. and number 14 and Jaden Daniels for the Panthers. Well, what an outstanding season this Woodland Warriors team had. As I mentioned, I've seen them from the start. They'll end their season at 3-7, and the Prairie Heights Panthers will move to 4-6. They will face the highly favored in Class 2A, the Bishop Lewis Knights, next week out at Prairie Heights High School. So, once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Prairie Heights with a 40-27 win over the Woodland Warriors. For Hunter Hausheimer and Cordell Humberger, we say so long here from Edsler Field on the campus of Woodland High School. You have been watching Indiana High School football here from SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than
Ladies and gentlemen, Prairie Heights with a 40-27 win over the Woodland Warriors, your Parkview Sports Medicine